I think we're very willing to just play in Photoshop. We're less willing to play with light. For me, long exposure is just a way to get creative within the camera. Long exposure is a technique that you apply on top of an already great image rather than it being the whole purpose of taking that image. And that's the difference between having a long exposure effect and actually making a great long exposure image. So I've broken down this long exposure tutorial into 4 main categories. First and foremost, we have our light painting. Next, we have our long exposure on the background. Then we have the long exposure light on our subject. And lastly, we have the long exposure light in our environment. And I'm going to pull out my favorite images from each of those. And I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process of exactly what I'm going to be doing in Lightroom, then what I'm going to be doing in Photoshop at each and every stage, so that we actually get a fully finalized image. I think when you're shooting in camera, you're making a decision and you're sticking to it. And I think that by making those commitments, you learn faster over time, and eventually you will become a better photographer because of it. What I want you to take away from this tutorial is not only new techniques and new setups and new lighting ideas, but is an ability to just be freer to make mistakes. This is a difficult technique and it's okay to fail, because I want you to take those things away and just be a little bit more creative with it and adapt to those mistakes. And eventually you'll start to create something that is totally unique to you. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing the shots that you can create with that in mind.